Selamat pagi, good morning, and welcome to today's Rise and Shine session. This 20-minute session will focus on whole body, full body movement with your natural breath throughout. We also have an optional playlist down at the bottom. You're more than welcome to practice in silence if you wish. But let's go ahead and get started. So when you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable seat, whether sitting cross-legged or perhaps your bum on your heels, making sure that we have a nice, tall, long, lengthened spine, reaching up towards the crown of our head, towards the sky, placing your hands softly in your lap, and you can flutter your eyelids shut. Just begin to notice and observe your natural breath this morning. As thoughts of perhaps the events that happened before you came to sit or planning ahead for later in your day pass through your mind, bring your awareness and your attention back to your breathing. You're settled into the here and now, and taking this next 20 minutes or so just for yourself. Observe the quality of your breath. Is the duration of the inhale similar in length to the duration of your exhale? Bring yourself to your breath. We'll go ahead and do 3 rounds of breath together. We'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale through nose. Exhale through nose. Last time, inhale. Open your mouth, release. At your own pace, go ahead and flutter your eyelids open. When you're ready, if you're wanting to use the playlist, go ahead and turn that on in 3, 2, 1. We'll start in standing, feet shoulder width distance apart, hands on hips, still lengthening up through the crown of the head. Go ahead and inhale at the top and exhale to forward fold, flat back. And do this at your own pace. We're doing good mornings. Really imagining that you're folding yourself directly at the crease of your hips, bringing your bum towards the back of the room, maintaining a flat back. Posture continues to be tall and elongated up through your spine. Are you thrusting your hips forward as you lengthen? Are you shoving your bum back towards the wall as you forward fold? Last 2. And 1. Bring your hands on the tops of your shoulders, your fingertips softly kissing the shoulders, And go ahead and start to do some spinal twists, gently rotating from side to side. You don't have to make these movements big if that does not feel comfy for you. Whatever it is that your spine, your upper body can comfortably take, listen to that. Just getting everything nice and warmed up here. And last 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms out towards the sides. Feet more than hip width distance apart now. Going ahead and bringing your arms into backwards circles, making sure that your fingertips are engaged and flexed, pointing towards opposite sides of the room, tensing up your upper body, your arms, as you're doing these backward circles, making perfect, small, medium, big backward circles, whatever you feel like. And then last 2, and 1, opposite direction, moving forward now. Again, maybe a little bit of burning happening, some tingly feelings in those upper arms, maybe in your forearms, maybe feeling that extra weight in your wrists, your fingertips, but we got this. Just a few more rounds. 2 and 1. Go ahead and bring your arms into a cactus. Very good for this desert out here in Vegas. Cactus pose, and then go ahead and reach up towards the ceiling. We'll go ahead and do that at our own pace here. How often are we in our day-to-day really reaching up towards the sky? Maybe a lot if you have some high shelves at home. you're reaching for things, but this is a nice way to sort of engage and activate your shoulders. You might be a little sore later. You can thank me for that later. And last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and place your hands on your hips. Heel toe just a bit further out with your big toes pointing towards the opposite corners of your mat. Go ahead and inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to forward fold, release. If it feels comfy for you, feel free to bring your hands down to the floor. If you have a thick book or a block, that can help also. Just making sure that when you're ready and your gaze is forward, start to release everything all the way down, bringing your head, crown of your head towards the floor. And just breathing here. Is your head hanging heavy? Are you able to sway side to side? Yes, no. 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your back to a flat back. Go ahead and bend your right knee down towards the ground. You can bring your heel towards your seat if that's comfortable for you. If you need to go ahead and drop your knee, you can. Go ahead and stretch and flex that left leg, the left toes in this upright position. And we'll go ahead, tiptoe, and make our way over to the left side. And you can move and alternate at your own pace here. Last 2. And 1. Go ahead, bring yourself back up to standing. Heel toe, your feet back in. We'll bring our right foot, our right leg in towards our body, towards our chest. Flex and point your toes. And then opposite side. Give yourself a nice squeeze here. Still with that elongated spine as you are flexing and pointing your feet. Turn over to the side facing the front of your mat. You can take your right leg up and balance on this one left leg. If it's available to you, go ahead and start to forward fold here, kicking that right leg back out towards the wall behind you. Flat back, facing or gazes down towards some not moving spot on your mat, and then coming back up to stand. Take this for a few more times at your own pace. Maybe just practicing on your balance. Really engaging those hips, but also maintaining engagement and flexion in that right foot as it's kicking out behind you. And last time here. And coming back up to stand and placing that foot down. Go ahead and wobble yourself out. Run a little bit, and we'll do the opposite side. Left leg in towards chest, and when you're ready, start to kick that leg out behind you. Gaze softly at your mat. You might find it's easier or harder on one side. We don't always get to practice equally on both sides of our body. We might have one side a little bit stronger, a little bit more stable than the other. So it's a nice way to gauge and make sure you're giving it a go for both. And last time here. Coming back up to stand, placing the foot down, pedaling yourself out, doing some jumps. Just letting yourself loose. Stretching over towards the left-hand side now, right arm overhead reaching. And then switching sides. Fingertips reaching over towards your knee, towards your thigh. Just making sure that we are being intentional with these movements as we are stretching from side to side. And last round here. 2 and 1. Okay, go ahead and push some of that energy forward, just ahead of you, and again up towards the sky. Before we go ahead and bring our feet back to shoulder width distance apart, inhale to lengthen, and exhale to forward fold. Reaching towards your ankles, maybe towards your toes, the floor. Go ahead and hang here, hang heavy, hang long. And on the next exhale, we'll walk our fingertips forward towards the front of the mat, making sure that your palms are active and engaged. Your fingertips are spread out wide. We'll start to step backwards with our feet and find ourselves in a nice downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. With your palms activated, your shoulders engaged, gaze is soft towards your belly button, and your seat, your bum, energetically pulling yourself back towards the back of the room so that your feet are active and grounding down into your mat. We'll come to inhale, roll up to a plank, and stay here. Take notice of your posture. Where is the gaze at? Just softly towards the top of your mat. Shoulders over wrists, flat back, heels pulling backwards. Continue to breathe here. And if this starts to feel some sort of tingly, burny way, feel free to drop your knees down to the ground and also stay there and still be just as engaged. And exhale, release back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Exhale, bend your knees. We'll let your knees hover just a few centimeters above your mat. Gaze still forward at the top of your mat. Maybe you have something that you're eyeing that brings you a little bit of happiness, like me. We got this. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift your right leg up towards the ceiling, toes pointed. And move this leg around as you need in circles, side to side, maybe figure eights. And also open up your hip. And when you're ready, lengthen that leg out, up towards the back of the room, and exhale to bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, release. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Shake it out before placing that right foot back down. We'll take it over on the other side now. Whatever movement feels good to you. Maybe a hip opener. When you're ready, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale to release. Last few movements. And go ahead and place that foot back on the ground. Take a bend in our knees. Bring our bum towards our heels. Begin to stretch, reaching forward with our fingertips. Child's pose. Begin to regulate your breathing. Coming back down to your baseline, that natural breath that you started with. On your next exhale, tiptoe those fingertips back towards your seat. If you can, interlace your fingers behind you, or maybe link your index fingers together. Giving yourself a nice warm hug here. With your eyes still shut, release your fingers. Slowly bring your forehead off the mat. Find yourself in a comfortable seat. Release your shoulders. Maybe do a few rounds rolling your shoulders back and down. And the opposite direction, forward and down. And with your eyes still closed, finding that comfortable seat that you started this session with. That tall, long spine. Observing the quality of your breath at this time. Bringing attention to the soles of your feet, up through your calves, over your knees and across your thighs, flowing over your hips, into your belly, up through your chest, around your shoulder blades, down into your arms, your wrists, your fingertips, flowing back up the forearms, upper arms, shoulders, the front of your throat, your jaw, across your cheeks and your eyelids, spread across your forehead and up towards the crown of the head. We'll take 3 big last breaths in unison. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Open your mouth, release. Share appreciation with yourself for the time you gave to your body, to your breath. When you're ready, flood your eyes open in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was a nice session, a nice practice for you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Ciao for now.